Greetings, Cook County Farm Bureau members. Thank you for tuning in to another webcast at the Cook County Farm Bureau. Today we're going to talk a little bit about the Cook County budget because the Cook County Board has recently released some of their budgetary numbers. And today we have Bonna Heinzen, who's our Director of Public Policy. Bonna, would you talk first of all a little bit with the members about an overview of Cook County and their budgetary process?
Of course. By law, Cook County has to have a budget in place by the final day of February. We typically see the announcement of the budget closer to Thanksgiving, allowing for about 2 months of committee hearings, public hearings, and tinkering around with the budget. This year we saw the release just this past week with the intended passage to be before Thanksgiving. What we'll see is commissioners will actually look at each department's request, ask questions about programs, any new ideas, and then they'll go into what's called the amendment process, where commissioners actually submit amendments reducing that budget or adding to it, taking away programs or adding them. Throughout this time there's opportunities for the public to talk through a public hearing process.
Now this is October. You said that they want to have it wrapped up by, did you say Thanksgiving?
Thanksgiving. And if they accomplish it, it will be the earliest time they've wrapped up a budget in 8 years.
What's pushing this drive to get it done quick?
Well, good government would say have your budget in place before your fiscal year begins, and in Cook County that happens to be December 1. But in reality, probably the political dynamics are pushing it with the primaries occurring in February.
Okay, gotcha. When it comes to funding a budget, funds come from the citizens, the public. What are the major areas of funding for the Cook County budget?
Taxpayers. One of the largest is the sales tax that we generate in Cook County, followed very close by property taxes. Income-based taxes, such as the sales tax, in a lot of ways, we've seen a sharp decrease. We're also seeing a decline in individuals paying fees, taxations that are based on income. For Cook County, the largest one is property taxes.
And the property values have been going down also, so that can't be a good ramification for the budget either.
No, we're looking, according to the administration, we have a balanced budget. It's a budget right around $3 billion. We've seen critics estimate it closer to $3.5 billion. The question always is how are we paying for this budget? We see increases in certain programs, the addition of a film office, which is they're spending $250,000 on. But really,
and the film office is new? That's a new one?
Brand new.
Okay.
And it's also an overlap. City of Chicago has a film office, the state of Illinois has a film office. So we're just creating another one at the county. And the goal is to capture individuals interested in making films, taping out in Cook County.
On the expense side, and that's an expense, but it's probably small potatoes. What's the biggest expenses on the budget?
Healthcare, and then also the police department. Healthcare is in a unique situation. We've created the independent board that oversees their budget, their programs. So they actually introduced a budget, had budget hearings on it already. That has been approved. That approval really doesn't mean anything until the full county budget is passed. But they're also federally funded. And this year through the stimulus plan, we've actually seen them getting less, $37 million less dollars from the county, but still an increase in their budget. And they're responsible for Stroger Hospital, Oak Forest, as well as a lot of the clinics. Our second largest is always the jail and the sheriff's department, taking care of public safety. The jail, a lot of those costs are mandated by the federal government under the Duran Decree, and also through a negotiator that's making sure that our detainees are properly cared for. And many of these decrees have been in place for multiple years.
Cook County Farm Bureau as an organization creates policies based on member and member direction. As you review the budget over the next week or two, fascinating reading I'm sure, what are the areas of concern that you're going to be looking at?
We always look at spending. Our concern is with them cutting current programs, why are they creating new programs? And if we are creating a brand new program, can that be better served by another entity? The film office is a great example. We have one in the state, we have one in the city. Why do we really need a Cook County one? Why can't we capture that? We also look for avenues to reduce the budget, to go ahead and, using technologies, be able to reduce not necessarily the manpower, but the cost of doing things overlaps. One thing we've seen in the last year is kind of a group purchasing of vehicles. At one point, the sheriff's office would go out and purchase vehicles, another department would, instead of being able to purchase a lump sum and get a reduced price. So we always look at spending. Last year we were very successful. We supported the reduction of the budget. We saw a 2 or a 4% across the board cut from every department, which is good for the taxpayers.
And it's good for our members.
Absolutely.
And speaking of members, we as an organization are going to be involved. We're going to be sending letters of correspondence, what we support, what we have concerns over. But how can members also do the same to double that impact?
Well, we will post the dates and the locations of all the public hearings on our website. And also if members want to be more involved but don't know who their commissioner is or aren't quite comfortable with the letter writing process, they need to call the office. And we would be happy to go ahead and assist in finding their commissioner, help them create that letter and guide them. But the big thing is to get involved and pay attention and let those commissioners know that you're watching them.
Excellent. All right, Cook County Farm Bureau, that's where you can contact us to gain additional information. Bonna's willing to help. I'm willing to help. Telephone number is 708-354-3276. Bonna or Bob. Thank you for tuning in today. Appreciate your time, appreciate your membership, and please call us if you have any questions regarding the Cook County budget or want to get involved. Thank you.